Hello, once again, sports fans. I'm Dana Augusta coming to you from the studios here at the Historically Speaking Sports Podcast, the podcast that gives you the best of sports from back in the day. And we are in the month of June, which I consider the month of champions because you have not only the French Open that just finished up and we're heading into the College World Series over in Omaha, but we also, of course, have the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals all going on. So there's a lot of crowning to be going on in this month of June. And tonight we're heading into Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Vegas Golden Knights. And this series has been very exciting because the Stanley Cup, anytime you have a Stanley Cup playoff game that goes into overtime, I tell you, it has been one of the most exciting instances in all of sports where a game could end at any time, really. And in this series, we've had that in bunches. We've had the Carolina Golden Knights and Vegas. Right now, we're heading into Game 4 in Vegas tonight. Vegas holding a 2-1 lead in this best-of-7 series. And Vegas looking to win its second Stanley Cup, its first since 2023. Meanwhile, Carolina also looking for its second Stanley Cup, their first since 2006. So tonight we go to Vegas for Game 4, coming off of a 2-overtime thriller in Game 3. Shea Theodore scoring the game winner in the second overtime, winning it 5-4 after Vegas had gone up 4-0 in the second period, only to see that lead just evaporate almost immediately in the third period, with Carolina scoring 4 goals themselves to force overtime. So now Game 4 tonight back in Sin City. We'll see what happens there. So over to the hardwood last night. Knicks fans packed the Garden, celebrities all around the place, of course. Madison Square Garden hosting its first NBA Finals for the first time since 1999. Very good game, but the Spurs avoid the 3-0 deficit and win last night, 115-111. Victor Wembanyama, 32 points. Stephon Castle with 23. Dylan Harper, son of Ron Harper, coming off the bench with 13. They win by 4 to avoid the 3-0 series deficit. Now it's 2-1, and it's now a series now. You know, and the Spurs looking to become the first team in NBA Finals history to win a series where they lost the first 2 games at home. That has never happened before. You know, when a team loses its first 2 games at home and end up winning the series. It has only happened a handful of times, actually, in NBA history, to be exact. The first time was in 1969 when the LA Lakers lost the first 2 games of the first round of the Western Conference Finals against Golden State and ended up winning the series. It ended up going to the NBA Finals that year. But most recently happened in 2021 when the Clippers lost the first 2 games against the Dallas Mavericks, and then the Mavericks then the Clippers would end up winning the series in 7 games. That series, pay attention to that, because I have a feeling that what happened in that series may happen in this one, because in that series there, the Dallas Mavericks, the Mavericks and Clippers actually won. Each team that won a game actually won it on the road. So the first 6 games of that series, the road team won. So we could see that in this series very easily, and that could be a very fun series. You know, and we got a very fun series going on the ice, so there's a lot to pay attention to. So please stay tuned for that, and also check out our podcast wherever you get your podcast. I would really appreciate it if you did. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for our podcast coming up right here on the Sports History Network.